What's up, everyone? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, the Hot Commodity Ant C. I'm joined by my own personal hot commodity,
That's me.
Smoking Ant B. And today you are checking out our coverage of WWE Friday Night Smackdown from October 3rd, 2025, live in Cincinnati, Ohio. And kicking off SmackDown, we have the WWE Champion Cody Rhodes. He comes out and gets immediately interrupted by Paul Heyman. And as Paul Heyman's talking to Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton comes out and joins Cody in the ring so that Cody's not alone for this. As Randy shows up, Ron Breaker and Bronson Reed also stand by Paul Heyman. And basically, Paul just says that we came out here to talk to you, Mr. Orton. I said to the Bronze corner, I told the Bronze to corner the champion, and once they do, Randy Orton would appear. And he says, a spoiler for tonight, you're going to lose. No matter how you look at this, your friendship with Cody is not going to last. From the Oracle, that's a prophecy. So he's basically telling Randy that him and Cody aren't going to be friends forever. And eventually, Randy is going to want the title. They're teaming up tonight to take on the Vision. But Paul Heyman does have some smart words here. I mean, Orton is the Viper. Cody hasn't really helped Orton before. Cody did beat Orton recently at the pay-per-view. And for weeks, we've been seeing a tease that Orton might turn on Cody. So my question for you is, do you think the spoiler is true? Is Randy going to turn on Cody? Or do you think this is going to just be a red herring and Orton's just going to keep helping Cody?
Well, there's also another option. Cody could turn on Randy.
That could happen too.
And I feel like they might want to do something unexpected. Also, there's been talk of a Cody heel turn for a long time, but I would rather see Randy as the heel, to be honest.
Too.
But again, you never know what'll happen.
I mean, they're building up these teams. War Games is next month, and with Brock Lesnar being mentioned, I mean, I don't know. I do feel like Orton's going to turn on Cody, but I feel like I'd rather wait to see like a WrestleMania match with that.
Yeah.
I know people aren't going to really care at this point because they've already done Orton and Cody, but if Orton turns heel, that would be a good Mania match in my opinion. But
yeah, it would.
Good opening. If Paul Heyman spoke the truth, and we'll see.
I do think Brock Lesnar is going to be helping them because, Seth said last week when he was questioned by Cody about Brock, he said everything goes through me. So he was kind of saying that he gave his approval.
Yes, and we'll touch base on that too, probably next week on Raw. We see Carmelo Hayes talking to The Miz, and they've been teaming together the past couple of weeks, but Carmelo Hayes decides he doesn't want to team with The Miz anymore. He wants to do things himself. So his first thing that he does on his own, he being Carmelo Hayes, he challenges United States Champion Sami Zayn. However, before Carmelo can get to the ring, The Miz comes from behind and lays out his former partner with a skull-crushing finale. Carmelo Hayes is out of the match, and Aleister Black is placed in. And there were a lot of mid-counts during the match. We see Sami hit a blue thunder bomb. I can't say thunder. I say like thunder. Blue thunder bomb. Black hits a flying meteora, but Sami kicks out. Damian Priest then comes out and distracts Aleister Black, allowing Sami to hit the Haluva kick and the blue thunder bomb. Sami Zayn retains the United States Championship after Priest lands a razor's edge to Aleister Black through the announce desk. And we find out later in the night that we will see a last man standing match between the two next week on SmackDown. Who do you think is going to win this last man standing match?
I think probably Damian, but I don't know, because I feel like Aleister's won like the last two matches, and he also sent Damian out for a little while. So I think Damian needs to win.
Okay, and what about The Miz and Carmelo Hayes? Like, I don't really care so much about this. But...
No, I mean, we know what's going to happen. The Miz is going to put him over. I mean, like, that's what The Miz does at this point in his career. Yeah. But I would like to see The Miz win and, show that he still got it.
He still got it. His birthday
and he does still have
his
it.
Birthday is my birthday.
I was going to
October
say
7th.
we're recording today on October 7th, and it's Ant's birthday, so
It's
we
the
wish
Miz's
him a happy
birthday.
birthday.
Thank you.
Fuck the Miz. It's
But it's
your
the Miz's birthday too, but we're both Libras, October 7th.
Yeah.
All right, so then we get a number one contenders. They're saying it's a number one contenders. Chelsea Green and Alba Fyre against Zaria and NXT Women's North American and WWE Speed Champion Sol Ruca. Ruca and Zaria get the win after Sol hits a Soul Snatcher to Chelsea Green, and we hear from Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, the women's tag champions, after. And they're putting them as if these two ladies are going to fight. Zaruka. What do you think of them? This is their debut on SmackDown. They're popular in NXT.
Yeah, they're pretty good together. They are. I like Soruka, Zaria, but do I think they're going to win? Absolutely not. No. But I think they're eligible contenders, and I think they'll have a good match.
Soul's really cool. Like, I like her maneuvers. I like the Soul Snatcher.
She's fun to watch.
It's unbelievable.
She reminds me kind of like a woman Logan Paul. She does a lot of cool stuff.
She is very cool. Moving right along, we have WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton and the WWE World Women's Champion Stephanie Vaquer come out for their contract signing. They have their match at Crown Jewel. They both pretty much just say they're going to win, sign the contract. Tiffany goes to leave, and that's when Kiana James and the WWE Women's United States Champion Giulia attack Tiffany from behind and then enter the ring. And Kiana offers Stephanie Vaquer a position with her and Giulia, and Stephanie is like looking at her like, I ain't doing that. That's when Tiffany attacked Kiana from behind, and Stephanie goes to attack Giulia, but Giulia escapes. We'll get a tag team match on SmackDown between these four next week, probably. Yeah. But the important question is, although I do like Giulia, her title reign has been shit. Who do you think is going to win at Crown Jewel, Tiffany or Stephanie?
I'm thinking Stephanie at this point. But we saw these two fight in NXT.
Stephanie and Giulia,
and that's how she got the title. So I'm almost wondering if Stephanie might end up turning and then becoming like a little faction.
Could. Because right now there's no heel, like, women's main champion, except for, like, Becky Lynch and Giulia.
And they would be a good team together, I think.
Yeah. Well, I'm also curious for the Crown Jewel because last year Cody Rhodes won, right? And they're not really doing
Cody and Liv won.
They're not really doing like the separate rosters anymore. Like everyone's going back and forth. Yeah. But if we think Seth is gonna win, right, that means that both Crown Jewel champions would be on Raw. So I feel like one of them is gonna have to lose.
Yeah, well, Cody won it last year.
I know. That's why I don't think he's gonna win again. But that might mean that Stephanie might have to lose so that. Both.
Yeah, I could see them giving it to Tiffany too.
But I don't want her to win. We both want Stephanie to win.
I said Stephanie because I like her and everything, and I think she needs it because she's coming up. But I could definitely see Tiffany because she's had the title.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Like she's had her time to do it. Like when she first came in, everyone was looking forward to her, and it's just been a flop. And Stephanie, like. They're still like, I mean, this is the same thing. Like Tiffany time is huge, but I feel like you can do more with Stephanie than with Tiffany because Tiffany is like a Barbie doll, like, and there's really no personality to her.
Yeah,
like more. I was gonna say Mariah May, Blake Monroe in NXT, similar character, but like at least they're doing like, oh, she's trying to be dark. Or Tiffany has just been like, I don't know who she is. She's just a pretty girl, There's no story with her. Moving on, we see Javon Evans and Rey Fenix defeat Los Garza, and it looks like Javon Evans is going to be on SmackDown more often. They did say that NXT wrestlers will have more of an opportunity to join the main roster. But what do you think about Javon Evans here on SmackDown teaming with Rey Fenix?
I like Javon Evans. He's good, and I think that it's a smart idea to have some of them on the NXT guys come up because that way they can stay in NXT and help the ratings there, but also get their spot in the main spotlight. So, but it also in the long run might hinder guys from coming up because they're going to be like, well, you're going to stay in NXT, but we'll put you there once in a while, So that's it might kind of mess up the evolution process.
Evolution. We hear from
The
Solo Sikoa, and he's introducing, his MFTs, and he mentions that there's a new member of the family that's not with them yet.
No, he says he needs to find it.
Oh, he needs to find a new member.
He said something's off. Once I put the last missing piece, you'll see us. Like basically, yeah. So it's like he's looking for somebody. I have no idea. I would really like it to be Zilla.
I'd like to be Jimmy.
Or it could be Jimmy.
Because Jimmy's on an island on his own right now.
He is. I could definitely see Jimmy, but this is the thing. I don't see Jimmy bowing down to Solo.
No.
So, and I don't see Solo becoming number 2. So, I don't know. We'll see.
We hear from the Street Profits. They're taking on the Wyatt 6 as tag champions on SmackDown. And we get a video package from the Wyatt 6 threatening them. Nothing to talk about here. Our main event, Randy Orton and the WWE Champion Cody Rhodes taking on Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker with Paul Heyman. We see Bronson hit Randy with a jagged edge. Randy lands a superplex to Bronson Reed, which is really cool. Breakker jumps off the apron with a clothesline to Cody, and Cody goes through the railing. Orton hits a draping DDT to Bronson Reed, but then the WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins runs out and stomps Randy Orton, which allows Reed to land a tsunami, and the Vision get the win here. After Seth tells the Vision to leave, he's got this. Paul is begging Seth. He's like, don't do this, don't do this. Seth goes to stomp Cody Rhodes, but he misses. Cody hits a Cross Rhodes, and as that's going on, Paul Heyman is keeping the Vision back. Now, do you think there's anything meant by that? Like, do you think Paul was holding them back because he wanted Seth to get hurt, or do you think he was like, we have to listen to him?
Trying to teach him a lesson a little bit, like,
But that's what I mean, like, because it's like if Seth is saying that he's in charge of everything, he knows what's going on, he's the leader. Why is Paul trying to teach the leader something? Like, is that going to make?
But Seth keeps having these moments where he's staring off, and he's supposed to be getting. Cody's supposed to be really getting in his head, and he's getting very, he's getting really bothered by this. So I think Paul Heyman's trying to show him, like, look, if you don't listen to me, this is what's going to happen.
But Seth's whole gimmick is that he's not listening to anybody. Cody is just asking him, like, you don't even know what Paul Heyman's doing. He's like, everything goes through me. So Paul Heyman's trying to teach him by allowing his leader that he's supposed to be obsessed with get beat up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I hear what you're saying, but I just think that they're putting that twist into it because Seth is although he said, I don't want help, he's the type who needed the help.
Yeah.
And with his being a gimmick of hiding behind everybody, Paul's kind of taking this group into his own hands now and kind of being like, no, you got to listen. He said not to do it. What I'm wondering is what Seth's going to think about it when he comes out on Raw to talk to Paul, because
I also think that after War Games, I think that we're going to see Brock and Seth, because I think they're going to have Brock Lesnar is not going to listen to Seth Rollins. Yeah. Seth Rollins thinks he's king of the world. Mm-hmm. That's going to be a clash too, and Brock's helping them out.
Well, I agree. Decent SmackDown. Not a lot happened, but it did get us excited for Crown Jewel, which is this Saturday. Make sure you subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell if you like what you're hearing. And until next time, stay safe and stay uncensored.